Okay, so what's up guys? This is my first video on my YouTube channel for my small engine repair business. And today I'm going to teach you guys how to adjust the carburetor on a Echo 225 weed eater. So where we're trying to get to, we're trying to get to that little screw there that you see under the primer bar. So the first step you want to do is you want to loosen up your air filter housing. There goes our air filter. And you want to adjust these two screws here. So what you want to do is you want to get your bit. You want to get your bit. Loosen up that screw. And loosen up that screw there. You want to unscrew them with your hand. And you should be able to separate your air filter housing from your carburetor. There goes our gasket against our carburetor. Now you want to pull up this line here, your gas line from your carburetor. So you want to unscrew this bolt here. You want to pull that up there, and you want to twist. So once you twist this, you should be able to push. Give me 1 second. So there you should be able to push in and lift up your gas line. So after we have done that, you don't really have to take your gas lines off, but you can if you want to. It'll make it easier to access. Now what you want to do is you want to take off these 4 screws here. Now this here isn't the diaphragm side. This is just the gasket side. The diaphragm is on the other side over there. So you're gonna take off these 4 screws here. Make sure you place your screws in a place you're gonna number them. So you want to lose them. They're very small, and they're very easy to lose. That's 1. That's 2. Now that's just gas leaking there. Now what you can do is you can empty out your primer ball. You want to grab a towel of some sort. There we go. You want to grab a towel of some sort, and you just want to let all that gas out of there. Yeah, 2 more screws here at the bottom. One more. Now what's happening right now is the carburetor is releasing pressure so that all the gas can come out the primer ball. This carburetor here is brand new. I put it on here about last week, but it just wouldn't idle like it should have. So what we're looking for is you want to reach this 1 more screw right here that's behind the primer ball. There we go. Now we got our carburetor off and all loose. Now what we're looking for is that little brass piece there. Now what it is, there is a hidden screw behind that. which helps you add more gas and take away gas going to your carburetor. So what you want to do is you want to take that off there. And you want to grab a pair of needle nose pliers. So when you got your needle nose pliers, sometimes they can be kind of hard to get out, but you want to grab it there. Hope you guys can see. And you want to twist. So you see, I got it out there. And now that's what we have. We have the screw there. So what you want to do is, if you want to put your carburetor back on, so the steps to putting your carburetor back on is you want to grab your white piece. So we have your white piece here. You want to attach it exactly how it was, because behind there was a gasket. So you get your screw that was there at first. You can tighten it up just a little. Now with these type of things here, when you always dealing with gas, you never want to really use drills. You always want to use screwdrivers, and you always want to hand tighten things. So what you're going to do here, you're going to tighten this up. And what happened when you tightened it up, your screw came back here behind the gasket. So after you got your screw tightened up, you're going to go behind the gasket, and you want your screw to go into right there where it was at first. So we're going to add our screw back on, and we're going to tighten it back up. You don't want to tighten it a lot. You just want to hand tighten these things. And be sure not to put as much dirt as you can, because you don't want that stuff getting stuck inside of your carburetor. Now what you want to do is you want to place your 4 screws back in here. This here should go down. Now we're all lined back up. You want to place 1 screw in each corner first. So you want to go to the bottom left corner. Make sure not to tighten it up all the way. Then you want to go to the top right corner. This will help you even out your other 2 screws. Now these, you can put any one in any hole. Bend you guys over this a little bit. Now you want to tighten up all of your screws here. Just hand tighten them, a quarter turn tight. So after you have replaced your primer ball back on, what you want to do is you want to come up here, and you see that there, that's where your trigger line goes. So let me see if I can put it here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now you want to grab this, and you want to place your trigger line right back in that little slot. Turn it around so that it slide in there perfectly. Get my flat head, just like that. So then you can grab your gas line. Hope you guys can see that there. You can put it in there, and it should slide straight back like that. Go in, go out, slide straight in and out, just like that. After that, you want to go here. You want to put it there, and it should slide straight down in this slot. After you get the slide straight down in that slot, you want to tighten it up just a tad bit. Once you have tightened that up, you want to get your gasket that goes behind your carburetor, and that's where that goes. So let's put this in here, our air filter housing. I know you guys can't see this, but you want to grab this gasket and put it on the back of these two screws here. Just like that there. You want to slide your carburetor back in. You don't want to be too rough with it, but you want to be as soft as you can. Now the carburetor is back on. Now you see we still have that little cap off right under that primer ball. You want to grab your bit. This is the bit, that's the screwdriver there. Put that in there just like that. And you want to tighten up these two screws here. Just hand tighten them, just a quarter turn. After you put your carburetor on, you want to make sure everything can work still. Make sure it's pumping. It's pumping. You're gonna go here. So once you do that, you want to grab it, but also you want to make sure that your trigger still works up there. So the trigger is working just fine. And you're gonna put your air filter housing back on. Okay, so the air filter housing is back on. Now that little screw, there all determines how much gas goes inside of the carburetor. So once you have found that out, you want to grab a flathead here, and once you start up your motor, your weed eater, you want to put this flathead here inside of that screw. You should be able to tighten and loosen it up. And once you hear that you have the perfect air to gas ratio, or that your weed eater is running perfectly fine and kind of loud like it should be, that's how you know that you have did it correctly. And that's going to be it for this video. I will be posting 1 to 2 times a week. Maybe tomorrow I'll be posting on how to put a trimmer head on your weed eater. You maybe have an old one, or a broke one, or a lost one. I'm going to teach you how to screw it on. And that's going to be it for this video. Just make sure everything still works. And make sure when you turn on your weed eater, screw that little flathead screw down there. It should give you the perfect air to gas ratio.